kind of just wanted to share something I was thinking about. So I've been learning about like superpositions and what that really means. So in quantum science, quantum whatever, the term superposition is an object, particle, whatever that exists in multiple states of being at once. And it kind of got me thinking that first moment when you wake up, you kind of are also like a superpositioned kind of object as well. You exist as every single possible version of you when you wake up until you begin to observe and make choices, and options collapse down into what is reality. And so, I don't know, it kind of just has made me think about when we wake up, the only thing that really limits our possibility for the day is ourselves. Not only what we see, but what we make of what we see is really going to be our limitations. And I've talked about this too, how limitations are also what hold us together. Without limitations, without rules, without structure, it all falls apart into chaos. But remembering that you get to set those boundaries and limitations of what is and isn't possible for yourself, to a degree, obviously, but just in a realistic sense, like if you wake up and maybe you're still tired, you can be like, oh, I'm tired, so it's going to be a shit day. Or you can be like, wow, I'm tired, how can I wake myself up more so I can be more energized? And maybe you stretch around in bed, or you take a moment to meditate before getting out of bed and energize yourself that way, and you will get to have the day that you expect. Not always, obviously things happen beyond our control, there are anomalous things always, that's part of the pattern, right? But for the most part, on your average day, when we wake up, we can choose whatever attitude we want. We are a superposition of every single emotion we could feel. And so I think it really helps knowing that we have that choice. And it is a little scary, and it's a little sad too sometimes to know that we have so much power when we don't feel like we do, when we feel like we're helpless, when we feel like emotions happen to us. And I get it, because I do still sometimes feel that way, especially as someone who struggles with depression. And I've struggled with depression since I was 13 or so. And so it's, sometimes there are chemical imbalances in the brain that happen, and it's just going to happen. But we do get to choose how we react, how we handle these kinds of things. And so for me, it's looked like really examining myself on a psychological level, and like understanding what it is that will get me into these downward spirals and such, and trying to avoid that, trying to consciously work my way out of it. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about how that quantum oh my god, there's a hornet or a wasp or something. But I'm gonna sneak in so there's not a wasp. But yeah, we exist in every possible state that is gonna be realistic. When we wake up, we get to choose our emotional, outlook on the day. We get to choose that. Even when we don't feel like we're in control, you get to choose if you keep thinking something, because sometimes we do get intrusive thoughts and it's like, oh wow, that sucked to think. But you can think about, hey, yeah, that sucked to think, I'm gonna consciously think about something else now. And easier said than done, I know, but it is still possible. So I will leave you all with that. Bye.